Yes, y'all. Welcome into the Dumb Marks Podomania 3. Jason, open your damn. I almost did it. Open your dang eyes. Go, bring the energy, bro.
It's
It's
not going to get us kicked
WrestleMania
off.
weekend.
The comment might get us kicked off. We're not going to do the swearing, too.
Look, I got room darkening over top of room darkening, so every moment in my room is like 10 p.m.
Yeah.
I walked to the bathroom and got pissed. It was still like 4 o'clock.
Yeah, bring the energy, bro. It's here. We made it. Podomania 3. Back at it again. 4 shows in 4 days, breaking down everything that is WrestleMania weekend. This guy, unbelievable.
There you go.
Unbelievable weekend.
You
So
just Starbucks.
So I left the 9 to 5 gig, hurry up, came home, walked in the door, got set up, lost 5 pounds. If you know, you know. And the one day I realized, hey, I forgot to grab my hat. I'm out here like a 16-year-old with just the biggest dot in the middle of my forehead. It's unbelievable. Like I have no idea what's going on with my life.
Is stressing you out too much?
Yeah, yeah. General manager at Whole Foods, you're gonna pay $15.75 for that bag of crab cakes. But yeah, I'm here. I made it. I'm excited. A lot of stuff to get into.
Dude, I got off of work 10 minutes before we got on. So yeah. I feel you.
Yeah. Today's episode specifically is going to cover predictions for ROH Supercard of Honor, NXT Stand and Deliver. Tomorrow, tune in live tomorrow. You do not want to miss tomorrow's episode at 11 a.m. Okay. Just throwing that out there now. We've been working on this.
Day, so maybe you do. I don't know.
Nope. No April Fools. Straight up. Dave, me and you are best friends now, apparently, because FTR and CM Punk are together. So I guess I have to like you. But yeah, tune in tomorrow live at 11. You don't want to miss out. We got something big planned for WrestleMania show. So we'll get into that tomorrow. But right now, I don't know what you guys tuned in for last night on the Thursday eve before WrestleMania, Thursday Eve. Got the weekend kicked off. A lot of stuff going on last night. Impact and New Japan had their.
I wasn't staying up for that last night.
Multiverse. Here's the dumb mark, right? I can get on. I try logging on, see if I can find it. You know what I mean? It's 8 p.m. I'm like, where is this pay-per-view at? What is going on? And then it was like, literally 45 minutes later, it clicked. Hey, dumbass, they're in LA. It's 3 hours time difference. Show's not going on until 11. I'm like, ooh. Yeah. So, yeah, I haven't been able to sleep, so I've watched most of it. Good show, good wrestling. I tweeted out Tanahashi might steal the entire weekend in a 24-hour period. He wrestled Speedball last night. He was wrestling Garcia tonight. The Ace is out there showing up and showing out. So if you haven't watched that, I know there's a lot going on. Tonight's a busy night, depending on what your flavor is going to be. SmackDown, Rampage, Hall of Fame, Ring of Honor. So there's a lot to pick and choose from. Can't watch everything, but we can discuss and break everything down, which is what we're going to do right here, right now. So you guys don't have anything else?
Already
into it.
All right, let's go. Let's hop on.
All right, we're going to kick things off with Ring of Honor. Figure that's what's starting off tonight, so let's go there. So let's start off with the Ring of Honor World 6-Man Tag Team Championship. Champions The Embassy versus AR Fox, Blake Christian, and Metalik.
So if you were to believe the tea leaves, Brian Cage, it's alleged that he said he will drop the belts tonight if he was not able to come up with a contract with Tony Khan. Didn't realize his deal was up. But yeah, so if they lose tonight, if the Embassy loses, expect that to be the last time you see Cage in Ring of Honor or AEW. Off the bat, even without the contract stuff for Cage, I would expect See, I like AR Fox with Dante Martin and Darius. You know, I like that trio. Not that he doesn't rock well with Blake Christian in that. And the Embassy, you know, I think they have potential as a faction in Ring of Honor to really do some damage. All three of those are big hosses. I like the look of the group. I like the appearance of the group. It's just whether or not they'll be booked strong. And I thought Ring of Honor coming back was going to be Cage's niche. So take that for what you will. Because I don't want to see AR win the belts without Dante and Darius, I'm going to go with the Embassy to win this match here.
I will take the Embassy. I still think they got runs in them with the title. Since I really don't see it all like that.
I agree with you, Steve. AR and to me belongs with Top Flight. So I'm gonna go with the Embassy.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. Like you said, Steve, with Brian Cage in the contract. But for now, I think it makes more sense for the Embassy to retain.
Yeah.
I got other things in mind for Top Flight other than the 6-man title. So
same here.
Other things in mind? Jolly.
All right, we'll move on next. Ring of Honor Women's Champion Athena versus Yuka Sakazaki.
This has potential to steal the entire show. If you're not familiar with Yuka, tune in. And Athena has been on an absolute tear. She's one of my favorite women's wrestlers right now. Everything she does, character-wise, in-ring-wise, since she turned heel, has been absolutely golden. This is what I wanted her to be as Ember Moon in the WWE, but they never really went there with her. And I know the injury, the Achilles tear and all that kind of derailed maybe the plans that they had for her. But even when she came back in NXT before she left, I was kind of hoping to get this type of edge from her. Then they paired her up with Shotzi, and that was what it was. So I'm happy Athena is out here thriving because I do think she can be given the right time frame, you know, mentioned with the other top females around the globe as far as top female wrestlers. So I got Athena retaining. I don't there's no need to take the title off her, but don't be surprised if you watch this show, this is up there with one of the matches of the night.
Athena.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Athena. I'm liking the character change, and she just needs to keep on working with it.
Totally agree. They haven't done enough with her on Ring of Honor television yet, I don't think, to showcase her character change. She's had a little bit of time on the mic, but not. There's more time to be had with this character. I don't see her dropping it right now. I see that continuing, and you know, we talked about it a couple weeks ago. Willow, you know, had her title shot a few weeks ago on TV, and that's really where I see a title change happening is Athena and Willow down the line at some point. Not sure where yet, but I think that's going to be built upon over the coming weeks and months. All right, so let's get into the next one. One of the matches Steve's looking forward to, Tanahashi versus Daniel Garcia.
Yeah, I mean, if you're... I don't want to be too hyped for this match. Because if you go in with too high of an expectation, you can be let down. I felt that way with like the FTR and Briscoe matches last year, but those never let me down. I don't have the same excitement for this as I did with FTR and the Briscoes, but as far as like potential dream matchups and styles and who you'd want to see get in the ring with each other, I think this one is a great matchup to put together and have these two face off. Garcia, I know he's the whole sports entertainer thing and all that other stuff, but I feel like there's something starting to brew with him.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like if they let it simmer long enough, whenever they choose to like pull the string on it and actually go through with it, I feel like he's going to be over like Rover. You know, no, they're not going to do that. Not Ring of Honor. keep them McJaggers away from this match. You know, we don't need Jericho and Tanahashi. I don't need Jericho and Cole, but I think we're going to end up getting that at Double or Nothing.
Oh God.
I got Tanahashi winning this. I don't see Ace coming into the States and losing to Garcia, but this will be a show up and show out moment for Garcia for sure.
Yeah, I like Garcia a lot. He's grown on me a ton. Young talent. I like to see young talent getting pushed, and he's getting pushed. But he's not winning this match. Sorry. The Ace is like on this Suzuki thing. He comes countryside, and he's doing every show. So, nah, Ace is winning.
You're okay with the young talent not winning here?
Huh?
You're okay with the young talent not winning here?
He's going up against a person who's not from the country. So, hey, you're going to show out for, all the New Japan people.
Give me Tanahashi.
Yeah, I agree. Tanahashi's got to go home with a win on this. I mean, if Daniel Garcia wins, I'm not going to argue about it. I mean, he deserves the win too. Guy's got talent. Steve, like you said, I don't know, with Jericho coming out against Cole, I don't know if that's strictly just where they're going or if Jericho is going to be around. It's an all hands on deck show apparently tonight, so Jericho might be in the building. So you never know if you might get that stare down or something.
You said might be in the building.
But I mean,
every story.
How impressive is it for Tanahashi, who's what 40 something, right? Tanahashi's in his 40s, ain't he?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Or close to, right? How impressive is it for it to come here and in a 24-hour period, you're wrestling arguably two of the brightest and fastest rising names in pro wrestling with Speedball Mike Bailey and Daniel Garcia.
That's why they call him the John Cena of New Japan. He can do the work.
Yeah,
and this
might be in that main event on Sunday too.
He might.
Yeah. But this situation right here with him having those two matches back-to-back nights, like this is what is so exciting about WrestleMania weekend. Like this is why I want to go to a WrestleMania and just do all the other shows, because you get to see all these matchups like this. And we could spend hours running through the list of shows and matchups with people. But yeah, Tanahashi, this is a just due to get his flowers. Is that a Pop-Tart? What is that?
Trying to be all sly and take a bite like
I eat every episode.
not like that.
I was gonna use my other hand.
No, you used your other hand today.
He actually had to make all the pizza for Access this weekend. He can't wrestle.
This is one of the matches I'm looking forward to. This could be a steal the show match for me. The ROH Pure Championship, Yuta versus Shibata.
Before the Vikingo and Commander matchup was announced, this was the one that I was most excited for on this card, with Yuta and Shibata. Pure rules wise, like this is like a wrestling, pro wrestling fans' dream, so to speak, because these two are going to get in there and have a technical masterpiece.
Jason's going to hate it.
He's going to hate it so much. But I will say there is a little bit of curiosity with me because of how Yuta has. I'm not pro only does dad jokes. What are we doing here?
Ty said Shibata is my favorite type of bread.
But the way BCC is, on Dynamite and going with the full heel turn and everything else, I am interested to see how Yuta presents himself in this pure rules setting where, it's a code of honor, no closed fist, all that stuff. So that does have me intrigued to see how he actually handles the match. But anytime I can see Shibata after, everything that he went through and to, from never ever wrestling again to getting him back in the ring with Orange Cassidy, which I like that match a whole lot. And this match, like you said, Chris, this can be a show stealer for sure.
I'm going with Yuta, just cause, and I think he's gonna be, the face in it, because AEW TV is different from Ring of Honor TV.
Okay.
So
give me you. Me just roll with the gimmick change. So see where this takes him.
That's interesting, Donald. I'm still thinking, Shibata is getting the reaction out of this, out between the two of them. So I'm expecting you to still be the heel going in here. For me, big Shibata fan. I was a huge fan whenever he was climbing the ropes in New Japan. So, like you said, Steve, anytime I can see him, I'm all for it. This is in his wheelhouse. I don't see Shibata winning, so I'm going to go with Yuta in this match. But again, this is one of the two matches on the card that I feel can steal the show. So
if we're getting the actual separation of AEW and ROH rosters after this show, which everybody and their mother is hoping for and alleging, but if we're actually going to get two separate rosters where you just see ROH people on ROH and AEW people on AEW, I wouldn't mind seeing Shibata get a win here and have the belt for a little bit. Let Wheeler go back with BCC. They can go on AEW and do their thing. So I wouldn't mind it. It'd be a nice nod to him.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know how much. If they're going to do the title change, I think the Pure Rules title works best for Shibata given the circumstances and the types of matches that he can have. So this would be a perfect opportunity for him to showcase and get a little bit of a run with the title. Hell, let him take it back over to New Japan and show it off there to build that up over there.
Yeah.
So
you got the BCC taking 2 L's a day.
If we're getting the separation, yes, I have them taking both L's. But if it's still going to be flip flop here and there, then I don't see Yuta or, spoiler alert, Claudio losing for later on in the predictions. So I want to see Shibata win just because I want to see him with a belt and see what he does in the Pure Rule style.
I mean, he's over here in the States more these days, so they can have him travel around.
Right? He has the dojo. He could be on New Japan Strong with it. You can do your crossover there. Tease it, kind of build it up, and then when you do your next show, either have him drop it or add it as a match on Forbidden Door too. If you're, when you run that, I wouldn't mind. It wouldn't be the worst. It wouldn't be the worst booking decision if he decides to make a title change here.
No. We'll just gotta wait and see. All right, Steve, this is one of the matches you're looking forward to, the AAA Mega Championship. El Hijo del Vikingo versus Commander.
Don't knock Darren Young. This type of match right here, if you're not a fan of if you're not a fan of Lucha Libre or modern wrestling, you're going to hate this match. Because this match is going to be Omega and Vikingo times about 50 with the stuff that these two are going to do in the match. Yeah. It's going to look like they're literally wrestling at a air trampoline park with the way that they're going to use the ropes, the ring, the barricades. Hell, they may even climb up to some scaffolding and do some shit off of there. Who knows? But this is my holy shit match of the weekend is going to be this match right here with what's done in it between these two. Yeah, absolutely. Can be. Sponsored by Sky Zone, 100%. I don't see Vikingo dropping the belt here. He still has too much to do in AAA with it. But yeah, this is going to be my holy shit match of the weekend for sure, based on what I think these two can do in the ring.
I'm gonna go with Vikingo because I only seen him one time, and I never saw the other guy, Commander. So just off of that.
You didn't see him in the ladder match?
No.
With the ladder match, the Face of the Revolution ladder match that Hobbs won?
Oh, that was him. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You see how that just
Yeah. So that spot was actually supposed to be Vikingo.
Okay.
But scheduling conflicts, he couldn't be there for that match. So they brought in Commander, and then Vikingo came in and faced Omega.
Okay. Yeah.
So it all worked out for everybody, and both of them get another payday out of it. So
Mhm.
I'm happy that both of them are getting another payday, right? I tried to let it slide, tack on, but
We are so good. Cancel this weekend.
everybody in a mask, right? Everybody in a mask.
Hope
They
you
all
enjoyed
look
the
same,
show the
right?
past 130 episodes. 'Cause we're done. We're done.
No, we're just getting started.
What name are we going under next? Next week, whole different show.
Hey, since they all looked at, we'll just all show up wearing a Lucha Libre mask next week. Be good to go.
That'll be hilarious.
Just Google translate dumb marks in Spanish, and we can just change the name to that.
I was gonna say Quattro Grande. That's the new show.
Yeah.
Demo.
That's Jason's order at Taco Bell.
Demo Marco.
See, here we go.
That shuffle, digging that hole deeper and
One's about
deeper,
to be on his JBL.
shining flashlights. Jeez, oh man, Jay, who you got? Please get us out of this moment.
Is there a title on the line?
Yes.
I don't see it changing. I don't see it. It's not the. Yeah. Well, I didn't see that when you pulled it up.
Hey, pay attention to the graphics on the show.
I mean, I got a snack here that's looking pretty damn good.
Got stacked back over there, huh?
Kenny,
What up?
what's up?
Give me Vikingo. You're not going to switch their title on a pay-per-view.
Steve, you said it. If you didn't enjoy Vikingo and Omega, or if you didn't enjoy Commander in the ladder match, this might be your bathroom break match of the pay-per-view. Is it going to be for me? Absolutely not. I'm here for it. Enjoyed both those matches. Enjoyed both of those guys. As I've said on the show before, I didn't see Commander before the Revolution ladder match, and I haven't really watched any of Vikingo, even though I knew who he was. I've heard about him for a long time, but I'm going with Vikingo to retain.
Yeah, like Yuta and Shibata got announced late, but I was, rumors were out there about that, so I was excited about that, but when they threw this graphic up for these two, I was like, all right, you got my money. And they're not even ROH wrestlers. But as soon as they announced this match, I'm like, yeah, I'm buying it. We're good. So kudos to Tony Khan for booking 2 AAA guys and got me to shell out some dough.
Back-to-back Booker of the Year.
Okay.
All right, moving on. The ROH World Television Championship. Got champion Samoa Joe versus Mark Briscoe.
I said Vikingo and Commander would be my like holy shit match of the weekend. This may be like the most emotional match of the weekend. And I know all you Cody stands, don't come at me, okay? Stay in your lane over there. All right. Mark Briscoe, Tony Khan's retiring the ROH tag belts. They're going to have a new design launch tonight for that. Mark said that he's no longer wrestling in regular tag team matches. He'll do 3-mans and multi-mans, but 2v2, no longer doing it. Yeah, I don't know how you don't give it to Mark in this situation. As much as I love Samoa Joe, and I'm a huge Joe fan, I have been his entire career. This is just setting up for like one of the best feel-good stories and moments of the year in pro wrestling. So give me Mark Briscoe, and there may not be a dry eye in the house whenever he does get that 1, 2, 3.
Yeah. Mark Briscoe, the story writes itself.
Give me. I got Vinnie Mac in my head.
Yep,
I'm going Joe.
You
They have too many. They have too many.
Salted son of a.
No, they have too many situational champs right now, and they've been going through a line of too many situational champs. Just stick with your plan. If it was going to be Joe, let it be Joe. Don't go for the moment. Sorry.
Hey, that's what you want to see. I think it kind of even comes down to what we've talked about during this show. You know, where do they put Joe in this split? Is he going to stay Ring of Honor? Or is he going to be AEW? I think he should be on Ring of Honor. I think that's where he's the better fit to help the younger talent. I think he'd be a good fit there. But in this moment, this match, I can't go for anybody but Briscoe to win this. So.
And Jay, I know you said they got too many transitional champs, and maybe making decisions based on real life story mode. I got no problem Mark beating Joe and just putting Joe immediately in the world title picture. So that to me, I wouldn't bat an eye if that were to happen. So Joe will be just fine if he wins or loses. I just don't see how you don't book this for Mark Briscoe to win this match.
Joe's held the belt for a bit now, so it's not like he just got it the last event and new champion here. All right, so we'll continue on. So we got the Reach for the Sky ladder match for the Ring of Honor World Tag Team Championship. Got the Lucha Brothers, Top Flight, the Kingdom, Aussie Open, and La Facción Ingobernable.
Very good on the pronunciation there. Mm-hmm. Did you practice that today?
Duolingo's been helping me out this month.
Nice. I thought you've been taking Babbel classes. Some Rosetta Stone there. Yeah. Again, this match, potential for match of the night. There's a lot of match of the night contenders on this card, so it's going to be very tough to pick when we wrap up this prediction show for ROH before we get into NXT, who we have as match of the night. I know this may be where you see Top Flight coming in, Chris. You were talking about bigger plans for them. The Lucha Brothers, to me, you can't go wrong with putting belts on them. Aussie Open, don't know their true contract status. Are they done with New Japan? Are they officially over here now? I don't know.
On Ring of Honor last night, they were still showing them
as part of New Japan.
Yeah.
But
all these groups kind of go wherever these days too. So
this is going to be a dissenting opinion. I already know, but give me the Kingdom. I know we don't have fans of Matt Taven or Mike Bennett on this show.
Oh, I like Taven.
I like Taven.
I like Taven. I do.
I'm going to be the negative on this match. So
I can't even give you a concrete reason as to why I feel that they're going to win this match. I just see something has me. I don't know if it's a nostalgia purpose as far as Ring of Honor is concerned, but I'll go with the Kingdom here.
If there is a time to push young talent, it is time to put it on Top Flight. It is. Instead of being whipping posts on the AEW roster, like all the time, this is where Unlimited Potential finally gets a title. Finally gets a title. And if they don't, it's a ladder match, I'm going to say, because if they don't win, he will get pinned anyway. So, Top Flight. This is the time. If they don't get it here, they'll never get anything. They're too busy to make superstars look good.
Top Flight start the match with their hands on the belt and still lose it. They're giving the ladder's edge and still lose. Give me Lucha Bros. Give them some reason right now.
They need to go singles for a bit.
I don't know what's going on with Pac.
Visa issues.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So if Lucha Brothers get it, it wouldn't surprise me in one way. It gives them that other accolade, now holding the Ring of Honor tag team titles on top of everything else that they've held. So it wouldn't surprise me. The Kingdom, it cannot win. That is the one for me that I just can't. So that's probably who is going to win, because usually that's how it works for me. Whoever I don't want to see win wins. But I'm going. I think Steve alluded to this. This is where I see Top Flight. I think this is the moment for them. Like you said, Donald, if you're going to push them as a legit team, now is the time in this match. Showcased match, a younger talent roster with Ring of Honor to help. They've been working now They've been part of AEW since pretty much day one, right?
Close to.
So
Yeah, close to.
Close to it. Yeah.
so they know what to do, so they can help out some younger talent at this point. So again,
How do you say putting a belt on Lucha Brothers is a waste?
Yeah, I wouldn't say a waste. I'm going Top Flight for the win, and this is probably my second match that I think can steal the show too.
All right.
So that leads us to one match left: the Ring of Honor World Championship, champion Claudio versus Eddie Kingston.
Now I'm probably the biggest Eddie Kingston fan on this show.
You want the time? Because I can yield my time.
However, I have no interest in this match. I don't.
Agree.
Is it Claudio?
I don't know what I don't know. Like the sit downs didn't work for me. I know there's history there, but still it didn't come off to a point where where I wanted to go, okay, this is it. This is the match that I want to see. And part that may be Claudio. Or it may be the fact that I see Claudio with BCC and he's not the lead dog in BCC, even though he's the only champ. So
Yuta.
Well, yeah.
World champ. Or
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah. But I don't know. This is out of the ROH title matches that we've had since they've relaunched under Tony. This is definitely the weakest one by far.
Ooh, I am proud of you.
It pains me to say it because I really want Kingston to win a belt. He don't got to be champ long, but this to me just does not feel like the moment for him to win. So I say Claudio retains, and I don't know what Eddie's going to do next. But yeah, it's not this. This is nowhere near on my match of the night. Most interested, most want to watch. Like, I'd be happy if they put other matches on in the main event. And I know that's blasphemy talking, but the world title.
Before.
So I'll go Claudio.
When Claudio won, it was the first match of the night,
and that was the wrong call. But Gresham, take it for what you will with what you want to believe happened or didn't happen as far as that relationship and breakdown.
Yeah.
But this is the easy pick. Claudio. Kingston shouldn't be nowhere near any title at all. Best thing he could do is talk. What's he doing next? Become a telemarketer. I don't want to see him ever again.
Door-to-door salesman.
That's it. Just keep on talking.
I don't think he does.
I didn't. You slipped that one in, Ty. That one would normally get censored. We don't put that one up. We just look at it and laugh in the chat. But you got one by me, so kudos to you. It only took how many episodes since you've been rocking with us, and you actually got one up there. Yeah, I don't know.
Everybody said this man should have been a world champion, and here we are, and it's nothing.
And I think it's because of Claudio.
Yeah.
Oh, you were talking about Claudio should have been world champion.
Yeah.
There's no. Oh, okay.
I'm gonna stick with Claudio though. I don't see Kingston being the face of a company.
I'm not wasting any time on Kingston. Claudio.
All right. Match of the night. Who you got?
I'm going to ladder match for the tag titles. Just because something about a ladder always makes it match of the night.
And those teams can do it.
Mm-hmm.
Give me Claudio and Kingston. Just because there's no belief in it.
That is Jason Logic 101.
That it's going to live up to something. It's going to exceed our expectations.
I'm going with what I said earlier. Yuta versus Shibata.
Tanahashi Garcia.
I'm okay with that.
Tanahashi Garcia, Yuta Shibata. I'm gonna stick with my initial gut reaction, and I'm hoping that they do this, but I want the women to absolutely show up and show out. So give me Athena and Yumi.
Okay.
Surprise announcement or surprise appearance. Since it's WrestleMania weekend and we're all about bringing people back and re-debuting people and new people coming in and everything else, first surprise of the weekend, Nigel McGuinness is back in Ring of Honor.
As a wrestler?
He'll be your general manager, whatever you want to call that on-screen role. I hate the authority figure role, but he'll be your matchmate, your figurehead. He'll be that guy.
Okay.
So give me Nigel out there, and we'll run with that. I don't know how you debut him or how you bring him out. I was trying to book it in my head, like what I would do if I had the pencil, as we like to say. But I just feel, he's been kind of teasing an announcement coming soon. And I think he would be perfect to be back in Ring of Honor.
I agree.
Arguably the greatest world champ they've had, because his title run is really what elevated Ring of Honor in my eyes. Whenever he had the title.
When him and Bryan Danielson were feuding for that title, that's whenever I first started watching Ring of Honor. So that's where I became big fans of both of them.
Before we jump into NXT Stand and Deliver, and Jay, you give your match of the night while I'm looking this up.
Oh, he gave
Claudio. Oh, Claudio. No, yeah, okay.
That was a joke. Oh, serious.
I did. I thought.
Even if he was joking, we're keeping that.
Yeah,
that's record.
I do want to, as a segue into NXT Stand and Deliver with ROH. Where's it at here? Oh, it didn't save. It didn't bookmark. Damn it. I forget who it was, but I saw something on Twitter.
All right.
No, I just wrote Taco's comment. I'm sorry.
This guy's all right, scrap that. Never mind, forget it. I'm out. I can't. This thing got me losing this show. Jesus. No, but it was the tweet was something along the lines of ECW fans became ROH fans. ROH fans became NXT fans. NXT fans became AEW fans. And I read it and I looked at it, and initially I just dismissed it. And I'm like, that don't make sense. But then I thought about it some more.
I think the logic's there.
The logic's there. Like, you can see the pathway, especially for fans that are our age, because the WWE was the only thing. That pathway makes a lot of sense for why the AEW stands treat AEW in the regard that they do and absolutely hate everything that WWE does.
I definitely say the path. Because I see that path in the NBA with fans too.
But I just saw that and I thought that was interesting. Something as used as a transition. May have worked, may not have worked. We're learning on the fly here. It is what it is. Tried to pull a nice little pro transition out there. But so that kicks off in about 20 minutes, 18, 20 minutes.
Just about.
ROH Supercard of Honor. So tune in. Hit us up on all social medias. Let us know who you got for a match of the night. Any surprises or something that may be out there that you think may happen, and whether or not you're excited for the actual. I mean, this is the official pay-per-view of Ring of Honor, right? Like this is you have the streaming service, you have the weekly television show. Like this is, from here on out,
All go.
Matches were
All
set up
systems
from
go.
TV on here. So.
Right. And I saw somewhere Tony Khan said that Honor Club has about 15,000 subscribers.
Okay.
I don't know if that's high, low, about right, about not.
Depends on what they're looking for.
I wonder where that's at compared to, say, Impact. Because people trounce Impact numbers all the time. Well, what's the subscribers of Impact Plus and Impact?
I don't think you'll ever get that number, though.
Yeah. But I just thought that was a little interesting that, I wonder if the pay-per-view will add to the subscribers.
Mm-hmm.
But can you watch it on Honor Club or no?
No, 90 days later, it'll show up on there.
3 months. Wow.
Yep.
Such a poor model because Bleacher Report stinks.
Yeah.
So, all right, that's all for Ring of Honor. First pay-per-view out the way for the night. Let's get into the show that'll take place tomorrow afternoon. What time East? That's what time?
1 p.m. Eastern. It starts.
1 p.m. Eastern. So your boys
early
will just
morning
be,
show.
Yeah, your boys will just be finishing up and wrapping up our special WrestleMania edition, and we'll have time to get home and get ready to hop right on and watch NXT Stand and Deliver. So, what do we got? Read them off. Let's break it down. You know the drill.
Let's kick it off. We got Chase University and Tyler Bate versus Schism.
For a lower card feud, this has been entertaining, right?
Mm-hmm.
I like the addition of Tyler Bate.
Mm-hmm.
It's like quirky and cheesy, and I never thought like Tyler Bate with Chase U would actually be a thing that I like, but I actually don't mind it. And I don't know if he'll stick with them or they just added him in so that they could get the match itself. If Schism wins, they take control of Chase U, which is such a pro wrestling storyline. It's not even funny. So since Chase University is actually on the line, I think the good guys prevail, and I go Chase U with a win over Schism.
Yeah. Chase U. I mean, Chase always loses in a singles match or a triple threat or something like that. And like you said, since the school was up on the line, they have to win. But very interested to see Ava finally fight.
So I said this is her first official match on TV, or right?
Yeah.
Has she had a match yet?
Not on TV, no.
No. Yeah.
Better see one rock bottom. You won.
I was telling you that today.
Or people elbow.
Yeah, if she doesn't rock bottom, her whole gimmick from Schism is gone out the window.
Need it.
What if she does a stunner into a pedigree? Will you be okay with that?
I might be one of the few people that I don't care for Chase U. So I have enjoyed the addition of Tyler Bates since this has started, but I'm gonna go Schism.
Schism's thing has been to recruit people, and ever since they changed over to this new look, I've been enjoying them. They dropped the whole diet type thing. I'm gonna go with the Schism. Give me Duke with a little hill turn.
So we got 3 for Schism, 1 for Chase U. We see you guys have all been drinking the Kool-Aid, and 1 root, 1 tree for you 3. Jagoffs.
The people's show.
It's gonna be the people's leg drop.
All right, we'll move into the NXT Tag Team Championship. We got Gallus versus who we got? There's so much stuff. Versus the Creed brothers versus the family. So many names in there.
Gallus, I didn't really pay attention to NXT UK while it was on, so my Gallus introduction was kind of just whenever they first came over here recently. I think that the Creed brothers are at a point where, maybe you make a call up with them. I don't know how much more they can actually do in NXT. They're starting to get to that point.
Run.
And I actually, my last name ends in an O. So I'm going with the family. The Gabagool. Going to get some gold. So give me the family. Tony D. And I hated D'Angelo when he started with the whole, but as this has gone on, I'm in now. So give me the family. Put the titles on Tony D and Stacks.
All three of these teams put me to sleep. I believe in none of them. Gallus, boring. Creed brothers, make me another hype video. That's all they good for, is just promos in the back getting hype. Never was interested in the family at all. So give me Pretty Deadly on this. But there's because I'm with those yes boys.
So Donald's gonna just tune in for the intro whenever they host the opening into the lead into the show.
And that's my new team. After that, I am all for Pretty Deadly now. All for them.
I have like zero interest in this match, but I have been enjoying Tony since they made Tony and Stacks since they made like the tag team deal. So he got rid of the terrible long vignettes. Give me Gallus to retain. I'm still yes boy belts. Sorry. That's
I can't stand Pretty Deadly. Wow, those
that's boy.
That's you and Jason. You and Jason are Pretty Deadly.
They're gonna get the titles back at some point. If they don't get moved to the main roster, they're getting the titles back.
Instead of crop tops, you guys wear hoodies. That's a good for you two.
I wear a crop top. Might not like what you see, but I wear.
You do you. I'm okay with seeing Gallus lose the titles. I don't see the Creed brothers getting it, so I'm gonna go something different. I'm going with the family too. Put the titles on them, and then they don't need them long. So then you can put Pretty Deadly can get the titles back. All right, we'll move on. We got the NXT Women's Tag Team Championship: Fallon and Kiana versus Alba and Isla.
As much as I love the NXT Women's division, this match has done nothing for me from a storyline perspective to get me interested. I don't like the whole Alba and Isla pairing. It didn't make sense whenever Isla came in and the first person she attacked was Alba, and now they're on their Ouija board candle pentagon kick. Keep that away from me. I don't need that. And then Fallon and Kiana, it's this is Saved by the Bell love connection that I just don't need either. So I'll probably pass the sticks on this match. I can care less about this. Get this shit off my TV. Period.
I like the Kiana and Fallon story, but they didn't have no story with Isla and Alba Fire. It's just like we care about each other, but not our opponents. And Alba and Isla, I love Isla though. Gosh, but but Kiana and Fallon for the win.
You can keep Kiana and Fallon on my TV screen whole.
Of course.
I'll be good.
Of course.
Give Alba Fire a purpose right now. So I'm gonna tell them.
He has one. It's conjuring spirits and talking to dead people.
Use that Ouija board to go back to Kaylee Lee, right?
Yes.
Well, at least she's not walking out with a bat on fire no more.
Yes, that is good.
I like the pairing. They feel like they match. They fit together. So I'm gonna roll with them too. Winning.
It actually feels like a team. I think.
Yeah.
We're similar, but she needs to go to Kaylee Ray again. Her run in NXT UK was so much better than her run in just regular NXT. And they need to do something with this. Like you guys were saying, the Fallon and Kiana stuff, it hasn't even been the focus of the match. Like they're doing their own thing, and they're getting this, and Alba and Isla are just getting a match. But I think just out of something different, I want to see them do something with Alba. She deserves better, so I'm going with Alba and Isla for the win on here. Not that I care about the match either, but
hey, can we save the women, the NXT Women's Championship for last?
For last?
Yeah, for last.
Okay. All right. All right.
Todd, never mind. I was gonna say something that was gonna get us canceled. So I'm not.
Just throw it on there. We got tons of stuff.
Nope. What's next? Keep it moving.
We'll go with the unsanctioned match: Johnny Gargano versus Grayson Waller.
For as short as this build has been, this is one of the matches I'm the most interested in on this card. I thought they've done a good job. The logic makes sense for it being an unsanctioned match. Typically, gimmick matches are what they are, but I think what they've done and how they've told it works for this situation. I like Waller's promo for Tuesday night. Sorry, him laying out and bringing it full circle from 15, 16 months ago. And we know what Johnny Wrestling does in an NXT pay-per-view situation. So I think this is a big test for Waller. This may be the final, hey, you pass this exam, you're on your way up. Even though I think Johnny deserves to just kind of stay in NXT after this, but that's a different topic for a different day. I'm actually going to go with Waller. No, the money. Look, the $40 is worth it in my estimation.
I think it could be. The main event isn't going to get my money, but everything else could.
For the matches they announced, I think it was worth it.
That $40, Kingston Claudio aside, that you'll get your money's worth in that pay-per-view for $40, guaranteed.
Waller is one of the 6 NXT wrestlers that I am behind 100%. And Gargano's just going to be, like Adam Cole said, Johnny participation. That's all what he's there for. Waller for the win. Big time.
Donald loves that line. That might be Donald's favorite NXT line of all time.
Because it's the truth. Johnny Takeover, you be more like Johnny participation.
I don't know.
We might have to turn Johnny participation into a gimmick on this show somehow. We're going to talk offline about that.
That's me.
Yeah.
Showing up every week. There's some participation. Yeah, right. I don't see how Johnny takes his loss and then rolls up to the main roster again.
He does it all the time.
I got Waller winning, but I need LeRae and the baby ringside watching. I need that.
So are they going to actually do this? Are they actually going to do this in the NXT arena?
That's what I was wondering. No. Okay. Oh yeah.
Well, I mean,
in the car seat,
maybe
in the ring. Let him watch. Yeah. Let him watch Daddy tap out.
You got Johnny pushing the stroller into the ring and down to the ring. What if Grayson comes out and just like throws it out in the traffic like in Speed and the the bus hits the baby stroller and it was pop cans. It was pop cans. It's not a baby. It was pop cans.
Hey, knowing Sean, he might pull a Snitchky situation.
Let's not see that.
Don't bring up Snitsky's name. He was just on Twitter with some foul Mae Young foot stuff. I don't need like this dude. That's two Snitsky references too many in 2023. Yes. Out there show baby wrestling what life is really about. Show how much of a bum his dad really is.
Baby participation.
It's in his blood anyway, so.
in his blood to be a loser.
Y'all are terrible.
Maybe,
man.
maybe.
Y'all are terrible.
I'm going with Gargano on this. I think I can see Grayson Waller. I'm not a Grayson Waller fan. He doesn't do anything for me. I think he's pretty boring, honestly, for everything.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm good. I don't need. If they're high on him, then he'll win. But or if he's moving up. But yeah, I see Gargano winning. That's the point of this. So.
I mean, Waller initially, I was not. This guy's unbelievable. This
is gonna be Ray Dominic in 20 years.
Well, if Sean's running back his old storylines, he may have to put Ray Dominic up there just because.
Grace is my puppet.
I see the reasons for each of them to win. And this was all brought about because Grayson was digging at Sean. So Johnny came back because Sean's his idol, yada, yada, yada. We get the whole spiel. This is where we're at.
Mr. NXT.
Mr. NXT, Mr. WrestleMania, the whole 9 yards. I'll go Gargano.
Then after Grayson wins, he need to hit Sean with one of those jump in the ring stunners.
Sean's not taking no bump.
No.
Oh no, I know.
Not happening. Not happening.
It's WrestleMania weekend. That money could talk.
Not taking no bumps.
He said Stone Cold can go.
That man struggles walking to the ring. He ain't taking no bumps.
All right, moving on.
Next.
NXT North American Championship. Champion Wes Lee, Dragon Lee, JD McDonough, Ilya Dragunov, and Axiom.
So I know I said in the ROH prediction that, Vikingo and Commandor was my holy shit moment match of the weekend. This would probably be my number 2. Because I feel like these guys are going to absolutely put on a show. Spoiler alert, this is my match of the night right here. So I got Wes Lee retaining. The only person that I would see winning it besides Wes would be Dragon Lee if they're just going to automatically slap the rocket on him and launch him into the title spot, which they don't really do with big signings that they bring in. They let it simmer a little bit, but other than that, I think Ilya and JD will cancel each other out. Axiom will do something that blows your mind. And the Spot Fest galore will be a Spot Fest galore.
Yeah. The only thing missing is a ladder. See, like the NA matches always have a ladder. They're just missing the ladder. But I agree with Steve. Wesley is going to retain. Ilya, I got bigger plans for him. Bigger plans for him. So I don't see him getting a North American title at all. But Lee.
Taquan, I'm not putting that one up. You're not getting 2 by me. You got 1, you're not getting 2. It's not happening. Dude out here like a Chili's commercial. This guy's Chris, who you got?
Honestly, this is one of those matches that if anybody walks out as a champion, I'm happy. I like all these guys. For me, this is good. This is my match of the night as well. So,
PC.
yeah, I'm cool with all of them, but I think I'm gonna go with Wesley to retain too. I don't want to see Dragon Lee get it because I'd rather see him build up for that. I don't want to see a hot shot on a new talent. They don't, like you said, Steve. They really don't do that a whole lot. But I mean, Sean is a big JD McDonough fan, so I mean that could play in here too. So
I still think we need resolution to Ilya and JD. So that's they'll cancel each other out.
Yeah, what better way to do it with the title though?
Like you said, everybody in this match is deserving. But I'm gonna keep Wesley retaining. I see him losing it in a 1-on-1.
It fits
maybe to an
Wesley's
Axiom
story too.
It fits.
it fits Wes's story as champ.
Yes.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
He's on this crusade mission to just constantly prove himself, and you know, open challenge after open challenge, and forget one challenger, give me 5. Like, I'll, you know what I mean? Like, and eventually it's gonna bite him, right? But I don't think tomorrow's that time.
Is this live somewhere?
This is
No,
live
they're pre-taping it tonight, and they're replaying it in front of the studio audience tomorrow. Yes, it's live.
No, I mean not live, but like is it in a stadium?
This is at state. I think it's in LA. It's in LA.
Oh, it's in LA?
No
Okay.
shit, it's in LA. What are we doing right
NXT
now
is
with you
Hollywood.
two
Well,
months?
I didn't know if they were gonna hold it in front of, you know.
That was pre-taping it, then show it in front of the live audience. I'll be pissed if I bought that ticket.
What they used to call that? Closed circuit?
Yeah.
They call that going to the movies. Like, what are you talking about?
I mean, I didn't know they didn't say it was like in a stadium. I didn't know for sure where they were holding it. Not a stadium, but in
one of those. Yeah, one of the arenas.
Many arenas they have over there.
Do we know, is it sold out? Stand and deliver?
I don't know.
I'm curious because this is their first, like, this is NXT 2.0's first show, right?
They did Vengeance Day in February. They did that on the road.
And that show was live in front of not.
Yes, it
In
was.
front of the studio audience. Yes, it was.
You paid attention.
Correct. Yes, it was.
It was.
Paid attention. Good job.
It was lit. Let's say lit, not live.
Lit.
I wouldn't go lit, but it was
In front
a
of
good show.
no, the crowd was into it.
Yeah, they
That's
were.
Gen Z talk.
Hey, they like pumping in crowd noise. They definitely can add a laugh track.
All right. We'll move on. NXT Championship. Braun Breaker versus Carmelo Hayes.
This one does not need a lot of analysis.
We've
and
talked about
breakdown.
this one a lot.
Yeah, I am him. It's Melo's time. Braun's up to the main roster. That's a disservice to John B. Taquan. You can't do that. You can't do that. That's a disservice to John B.
No.
Mellow.
Yep.
Enough said.
Carmelo. That's it.
Jason, you going different or?
I'm going Mellow. I think Braun needs a heel run before he goes up.
We're going around.
He gonna come out with the chainmail. Wouldn't Tail.
Gonna bring back that Steiner math.
All I need is the siren to go off. The siren goes off, chainmail with the wrestling headset on underneath it. So he got his dad and his uncle.
Best of both worlds.
There you
go.
What's in that collar?
Still going by Braun Breaker.
Jay, I get what you're saying with them having, a heel run in him, but I feel he's gone so long and it's been so stale.
Yeah.
As a babyface, him turning heel in NXT is not going to do anything. Like, it's not going to serve a purpose. So if you bring him up and you have him, don't shoot the messenger for saying this, okay? Because I'm not comparing these two in this situation. This is just simply what you could do with him. You can have him come up and be what Brock Lesnar was when Lesnar debuted. Not comparing him and Lesnar. I'm not saying he's that superstar or that must-see, but I'm just saying you can have him debut in that same similar fashion.
And there's a lot of people on the main roster that don't know who Braun Breaker is yet.
Put him with the Miz.
So.
Put him with the Miz.
All right, we good for the last match?
I don't know what a breaker. Yeah, let's get into it.
All right. So, Steve, you wanted this to go last? Ladder match for the NXT Women's Championship.
Yeah, I know I kind of pulled that on the fly, and typically we save the championship, main event, but it is the women's NXT championship. So the reason why I wanted to go on last because I wanted to just touch and talk on briefly about the angle that they did with this and where they went with it Tuesday night. I don't, if you've listened to the show before, if your first time tuning in, I've been very open and honest about my struggles with panic attacks and anxiety and mental health, and I've been dealing with it for pretty much a decade now. I don't like the angle. I don't think it was done tastefully, and it's not something that they should put in the storylines. And the only reason why I say that is because I'm not diminishing whether she has it or doesn't, and if it's a work or a shoot, whatever. But it's so individualized from a mental health standpoint that, like, trying to say she's having anxiety and this and that because of the pressure and everything else, but like you've showed up and showed out in big moments before without this being a case. So you were in the Royal Rumble and there was no hint of this. You defeated Mandy Rose and there was no heat. So like for them to kind of do it now and then pull it off of like an exhaustion angle where they were running tests and not sure what's wrong with her and everything else, I just didn't like it. I didn't think it was necessary. I know no storylines are off limits in pro wrestling, but I just feel like mental health is one where you should probably just stay away from that from a storyline perspective, because of the way it is for each individual person. So I don't want it to become a trope when the stigma of mental health over the last couple of years has been talked about more, and it's less of a stigma and more of a main thing where mental health is wealth. It's just and even getting away from the term mental health and just having it be health in general, because your mind is part of your body and you go and get checkups for your body to make sure that your body is healthy. Well, your mind's a part of that. So to me, it's just all health. Like I want to get away from the mental health aspect of it and just call it health because it is health. So I don't like the angle. It is what it is. And we talked about this on the show last week, but to do this whole thing and then just plug her in the title match, we said it just wasn't going to sit well with any of us. Like, what's the purpose? Why do you need to do that for Roxanne? And I feel plugging her in this type of angle with the whole mental health aspect added onto it, it just doesn't line up for me. Because if she wins this and she performs well and everything else, okay, well then are you over your anxiety now, or the pressure's gone away now because you came back and now so everything is fine and peachy and you move on and we don't touch this again? Like, or are you gonna run with it longer and she goes out there and something happens and then her anxiety takes a hold of her and that's what's causing her to lose matches and everything? Like, I don't like any way that this angle can go. So I wish they would have done something different with it. But we're here, and I don't think we have how many multi-people matches on this card. Mm-hmm. You couldn't give me, a one-on-one match for the women's championship. So yeah, that's my soapbox. I didn't want to. I'm sorry for hijacking there, but I just, I've been sitting on it since Tuesday, and just don't like it, and I don't think there's a positive way that you can go with it after whether she wins or loses. I'm done. I'm back. What happened? I blacked out. I don't remember what happened.
Like, you go with Roxanne to retain, or
I am gonna pick Roxanne to retain, but like I said, it just, to me, they kind of, I don't want to say this is the first mental health angle, but I think this is the first mental health angle. Like, with it actually being called mental health and then using the words anxiety and pressure and panic and all that. Like, And I don't know how they book that. I don't know how you can book that, like I said. So I'll go Roxanne to retain, but let's try to get away from it like immediately and move on to something else, and just kind of it be a WWE thing where it's out of sight, out of mind. It didn't even happen. Don't reference it again.
Yeah, Tuesday made it like the whole match convoluted by putting her in, and then it like really took me back from my pick that I was gonna do. But she's in it. That's what it is. I see her retaining. But whenever she's celebrating my female breakout star of the year, Cora Jade, making a comeback.
And that the whole segment on Tuesday was just shot terribly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it looked like they shot her portion by herself just standing there, and they did Sean separately by himself, and then they put in the cuts to make it seem like they were talking to each other. Like the production on that was so trash, and I was hard to watch. I'm like, this isn't even good.
It's almost like they tried to make it like a soap opera in a way. Like,
yeah, that's why I said like I don't.
It wasn't good.
That's why I don't think you can do this type of angle. It's just not something that can be done because of all the not complications, but there's a lot of areas of grays with mental health, and one person's thing is something that's completely different from another. So I just not gonna rock with it.
To me, she shouldn't have been put in the match. You could have had her work her way back, have some resentment against Sean for not putting her in the match. And if now that she's in the match, she can't win for me. Like you just had her with Mako in a face versus face. You're splitting the crowd. Now you have her in this little sympathetic role storyline. I don't think it helps her if she wins. So she has to lose and like build her way back up. So I'm going with Zoe.
Okay. I don't mind that. Yeah.
What's wrong with her just being the 21-year-old prodigy that she is? What is wrong with that?
I think it's how it came along, all from like rushing the title. Her versus
but I mean, yeah.
At the same time, you didn't know that they were rushing the title, like on TV. You didn't know that she had won the right to face the number one contender, and she got her shot.
You were expecting it at a pay-per-view, not on the next Tuesday.
Yeah, but at least they just
had a moment.
Yeah.
Well, and that's you're booking the circumstances there because of everything that happened with Mandy. But like I said, if she's the 21-year-old prodigy, then let her be the 21-year-old prodigy.
Mm-hmm.
To, like you said, Jay, to do this where you're trying to garner extra sympathy,
she doesn't need it.
She doesn't need it, yeah.
Since Tuesday, the two roads I keep going back and forth on that I don't know where they're going to go is this is either her hill to climb for her to get over, in their eyes that she needed to get over something in order to be champion. Okay. Or this is also she's going to get re-injured somehow in this match, and it's going to take her out to cause a new champion, and then it's going to be her hill to climb. This story just don't like it for numerous reasons, and to me it wasn't needed. I'd rather see Roxanne retain. I'm not there yet with any of the other women in this match, but we'll see what happens. I'm just gonna go with Roxanne just because.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like I was when Dawn, you said Cora, I was thinking like maybe she returned and cost her the match.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, how do you build that back up to back into the thing without disservicing Cora Jade?
True.
To me, she's a future champ, and it was like, who you don't want to put on a face and then have Cora take it off anybody because there's no faces in this match other than
Roxanne,
right? That is deserving of, not deserving. I mean, that can hold the title.
I mean, yeah, Chris, put the graphic back up for.
I mean, you have Indy.
Yeah, Indy's the only other one that I could see.
Gigi,
because
Gigi ain't ready.
Gigi
But Indy's
Gigi's
like
a face.
over with the NXT crowd. I don't know.
She is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gigi's a definite face, but now's not the time for Gigi.
No.
You know.
So I mean, Stratton, I think, is still a little bit away. So if you're gonna go, Chris, with your second story where she loses and whether she gets re-injured or the moment's too big and she freezes, like would it like, and because they touched on the whole anxiety or in mental health, like there could be a moment in the match where it's her and Zoe and they're, you know what I mean, something happens, but Roxanne goes to climb the ladder and then she just freezes and doesn't do anything. And Zoe climbs up the other side and takes the belt. Like, you can see that happening because of
What they set up.
what they set up and what can happen, how your body can react, and so on and so forth. With, you know, anxiety and panic and all that. But again, I don't like the optics of it. So even that for me is like, okay, I can see it, but so
I mean, they could even go another direction. That could be that's not anxiety. You know, that's what she was saying it is. Maybe it's not. You know, and that's their way around that too.
Well, but they've already eliminated that because they've said every test comes back clear. Like she doesn't, you know, not all the physical tests she passed. So, okay. But I think if she's not going to retain, the only one that's the right one to put it on would be Zoe.
I agree.
And that I mean, I think that adds notch in the belt for anybody who takes it off her.
And you know who just got their knee brace moved today, right?
I don't know. I seen somebody twerking on stage.
The Lioness herself will be back sooner rather than later. So, you know, we can tie that storyline up. Not saying that Nikita's going to go in and win the belt, but I mean, if you're looking for a babyface comeback to wrestle your heel champion, your new heel champion in a feud, that's not, I mean, yes,
I would.
1,000%.
And they announced this week they're going to be back on the road. So May 28th, I think, Memorial Day weekend. I think same day as All Out, they're going to be on pay-per-view, NXT.
All right.
That's it. That's the card.
That's the card. Match of the night. Who you got? I got the North American.
Same.
I don't know if we've ever clean swept match of the night. Out of all the prediction shows we've done on this podcast, I don't know if we have ever been in agreement as far as match of the night pick.
I don't know.
So it's definitely going to let us down, and I'm going to blame all three. I'm going to blame all three of you for agreeing with me. So
it's because Yes Boys ain't on the show. That's what it is.
All right, so that's it. NXT, ROH. ROH is about 20 minutes in. If y'all jumped off early, not gonna miss you, or not gonna be mad at you for doing that. If you stuck around till the end of the show, we appreciate you as always. Again,
appreciate you
tomorrow, 11 a.m. Tune in live. Very special WrestleMania edition, episode 2 of Podomania. Anything else before we wrap it up?
Nope.
Jason,
See you tomorrow.
Get your 16 hours of beauty rest. Come tomorrow ready to go. Okay. Go get makeup done. I don't care. Do something. Get your nails done. I don't know. Do some push-ups. Eat a Go-Gurt. I don't know what you're going to do, but you better come ready to go. All right.
Roll my eyes the whole podcast.
Like, what you doing tonight, though?
All right, everybody. That's it for tonight. Go enjoy your wrestling, whatever you choose to watch. ROH, SmackDown, Rampage, Hall of Fame, whatever. Enjoy it. It's the greatest wrestling weekend of the year. Thanks for chopping it up with us. We'll see y'all live tomorrow, 11 a.m. And we out.